There's been plenty of times that I shot with the GoPro and most of the time my shots are looking trash and I can't do nothing about it. Until I took this time to realize what I need to be shooting in and what I need to be doing and my mindset that I need to be doing when I want to shoot with my GoPro and actually make it better than I thought I can. And all it really is just knowing your settings, the mindset that you want to do when you're filming, and your editing workflow. So if you want to know more about that, continue to watch this video. Wagwan everyone, my name is Tyski, and if you're new to my channel, I'm a content creator, filmmaker, YouTuber, all that fun stuff. And if you're about that type of niche, then feel free to scroll through my channel to see if there's anything that's going to benefit you. Otherwise than that, let's talk more about this GoPro 9 and the settings that you need to be shooting in. Even though I do have the GoPro 9, this settings is actually going to apply to everyone that has the GoPro in general. So if you have the 8, 7, or 6, this will still apply to you. Starting off in the shoot settings, you want to have the highest resolution that you can go. When it comes to shooting in frame rates, at least shoot at 24 frames per second for your main shots. Shoot at 60 frames per second when you want mid shots to balance if you want something to be slow-mo or not. Then shoot at 120 frames per second when you want detailed shots such as anything slow motion. This applies to you if you have the 9 and the 8. Put this at the highest bit rate. Switch color into flat. Put your exposure comp at -0.5. I'll explain more when we get to the color grading. Max ISO at 800. The rest of the settings is very optional and you get to choose what you want to do with that. Now here's the mindset you want to have when filming with your GoPro. Shooting B-roll with your GoPro, you can get the most appealing look in your shots when you're shooting a subject. If you're not shooting a subject rather than a place, then a location that has very symmetrical lines is also great. Now if you're not shooting a subject but you're shooting in open areas, it's usually best when you have some form of foreground. Even though there's no depths of field, having a bit of foreground can actually emulate how much of a distance that you have that you're generally shooting. Now let's talk about the workflow. First off, since you have this in high resolution, put your videos in proxy form. Edit the video however you like to edit. Then we get down to color correction and color grading. Now here's when you put that 0.5 exposure onto your GoPro is where it's going to come in handy. When it comes to color correction, make sure all your highlights are not surpassing 100 and make sure that your shadows are not passing 10. Because you shot at -0.5 exposure, you're gonna get a nice good balance when you raise up those highlights. And your shadows not passing 10 will still be the darkest part of the shadows. Next, you wanna add saturation, and if you're not too familiar on how to use your vector scopes, I have a separate tutorial right up here that you can click on to see how to use the vector scopes and the rest of the color grading tools. Then last, you wanna go ahead and add your coloring. So that can be either a LUT or that can be your color grading. Like I said, this can be done with any GoPro as long as you can Pro Tune those settings. That's pretty much it when it comes for enhancing your GoPro footage. And if you did find this video helpful, with all means feel free to leave a like, and if you want to see more videos like these, feel free to subscribe. That's totally up to y'all. Create more videos, create more pics, have fun with this, and I'll see y'all guys in the next one.